and you look into the shelves that are titled occult, philosophies, or religions, you will find books on Freemasonry. I got just about 2 apple boxes full. There's hundreds of books up there on Freemasonry. It is not a secret society. The philosophies of Freemasonry are open to anybody, whoever wants to read them. Okay? The only thing that's secret about a Freemason, about a Masonic lodge, is the oaths that a new member takes, and the passwords in order to give you permission to walk past the Tyler or the outer guard and the inner guard of the lodge. And the hand grips, whereby one Mason can know another whether it's in the light or in the dark. A hand grip. Okay? Those are secret. The rest of it's not. And so I acquired a whole pile of books, and I begin a serious study of Freemasonry. And by June of 1985, I left the lodge forever. I had my name struck off the registers at every level of the Masonic lodge that I belonged to. And that was the Blue Lodge, which is the first 3 degrees. And then from the 4th to 32nd degree in the Scottish Rite. And also off the registers of the Eastern Star, which is a women's Masonic organization, and of which I was a member because that particular Eastern Star cannot operate without men members within the structure. Okay? So therefore, I am an ex-Mason. Now, if there are any Masons in the crowd, I welcome you here because I'll tell you why. I'm not trying to attack Masonry per se, but I want to tell you what Masonry stands for. What I learned from their writings, and what has made me consider leaving it forever. Okay? Sometimes I have Masons get very mad at me, very angry. And that's good. I don't mind that at all. They can call me anything they want. Okay? But I hope that I can get them so angry that they will be motivated to check out for themselves what's in their writings. Not what I'm saying, but what's in their books. What do their authorities say? Okay? And this is the reason why I'm here. To warn people to be careful what they go into. Check things out before you make a move. The Masons say that the Masonic Lodge is an organization of men for the purpose of teaching morality and brotherly love. Noble goals. Right? But they don't tell you that it is a religion. And I will explain to you by their own writers that it is a full-blown religion. It is an organization that has a high profile. You know that within that organization there are probably more judges, lawyers, medical doctors, dentists, druggists, teachers than any other organization. Okay? In my little town, I had a lodge of 65 members. St. George's Lodge at Elk Point. And the medical doctors that were in town belonged to it. The druggist, high school principal, the postmaster, the dentist, myself. Most of the farmers around the area. So the organization carries a high profile with it among the liberal believers, but not really among the evangelical believers. Though there are people that are into evangelical churches that do claim to be born-again Christians, but are and also are members of the lodge. And this is sad, because I'll tell you why. If they know the scriptures, they lack understanding. Because if you truly understand what the scriptures are saying, you cannot be a Mason. Okay? And in the first place, I'll tell you why. Because Freemasonry denies the Trinity. Basic. Okay? Absolutely basic. So why join? Why do people join the lodge? You know? I'll tell you why. One is they meet people in their workplace that are Masons, and they see how Masons get along and how they seem to enjoy each other's company, and apparently man wants to belong too, and so he joins. Well, he marries into Freemasonry, where the grandfather, or great-grandfather, or the father, or brothers are Masons, or father-in-laws. Okay, and he marries into it. And so then, of course, he's encouraged to join. Okay. Other places, it's the desire to belong to something different, something secret, something out of the ordinary, something that sets you aside, kind of, you know. Okay, that kind of a desire. Okay. And so people join very innocently, have no idea what they're getting into. I'll give you the organizational structure of the lodge. The lodge is made up, in North America, there are 33 degrees in the Masonic order, or 14 in the Royal Arch. 33 degrees in the Scottish Rite, 14 in the Royal Arch. Okay. All the little blue lodges that you see around the countryside, or the one that's in PA here, these are what they call the Blue Lodge. Okay. They have 3 degrees. And everybody that joins the Masonic Lodge has to go through these 3 degrees or they cannot be a Mason. Once they've gone through these three degrees, I'd say that probably 90 to 92% of the Masons stay in that mode, stay in the Blue Lodge. The Blue Lodge is really an initiation mill for the Masonic order. That's what the Blue Lodge really is. That's where all the members enter through into the lodge. Okay. Then you have the Scottish Rite, which is from the 4th to the 32nd degree, and those degrees are given to you in 3 groups: 4th to the 14th, 15th to the 19th. I'm sorry, to the 18th, and the 3rd group is 19 to the 32nd. When you're initiated into 32nd degree, you are a Scottish Rite Mason. Okay. In the Royal Arch, you would be initiated into from the 4th to the 14th. Then you'll be a Royal Arch Mason. These are 2 different paths towards the same thing. Because once you become a 32nd degree Mason or a Royal Arch 14th degree Mason, then you are free to join the Shriners. Okay. And when I was initiated into the 32nd degree, a couple of months later, my druggist friend brought over an application form to me, okay, and asked me if I would like to join the Shriners, and told me that if I fill out the application, he'd take it in for me. But for some reason, I did not. I never did fill it out. And then I moved from the Up Point area, and so I just And then, of course, one and carbon, and that was the end of it anyway. Okay. On the women's side, there is the Eastern Star. There's also another organization called the Daughters of the Nile, which is an organization for, now the Eastern Star is an organization for the widows, mothers, daughters, or relatives of Masons.